Shalom, and you're now locked in here at Israelite Talk TV, where you get nothing but the raw and the real whenever I'm in front of the camera. So make sure y'all show the page some love, like, subscribe, and share.
Hey, Gucci man, LaFleur, you went and signed 100 niggas from Memphis, Tennessee to try to antagonize Gotti all because he fucked your wife. Then you dropped them little niggas and kept Pooh, and not Gotti done took Pooh Shiesty from you. How I feel to have a Memphis nigga, man, take your wife and your #1 artist? You gotta tighten up, Gucci. All that goofy shit you were doing. Signing 100 nigga from Memphis, Tennessee, you ain't never heard them nigga mixtape. Just signing a nigga, trying to antagonize a nigga. And you know we know about the other little shit that just happened too. Yeah, we gonna run that later on though, Gucci. She real shiesty around here, I see.
I got to send shouts out to Atlantic Records, man. They gave my son a big boy chance. Gucci. I got to send shouts out to Gucci too, y'all. Y'all might not like it, but I got to give my boy what he did, man. He gave my son a major chance, man. You know, I can't let y'all throw dude under the bus like that. Come on now. The truth is the truth, man. The truth is the truth. I gave nobody permission to do that. Man to man, dude took care of what he needed to take care of. Shouts out to Lord Ray, Carla, Luntrail, Gucci. Shouts out to y'all, man. Big ups to y'all, bro. We made it happen. We couldn't have did it without y'all. You hear me? But the truth is the truth. I don't know how this got out of control like this, y'all. It's ugly.
Don't try to party me. I bust the bow and roll gold. Money on the floor. On the dresser is a chopper. Whoa. Used to share my clothes 8. Now I fuck all racks on these clothes. Nigga needed a plug, so I share my Asian man was over. I just counted 60. Got another 60K to go. Yeah, nigga. Nigga flip that shit so fast, I'm just calling for some more. In the store with my folks, we got sisters, we got hoes, and we smoking LA smoke. Got this house for LA though. Cut those off for me, a nigga bigger than the Interscope. Trick on when they got break home. 1600 for 8.
Welcome back to another episode here at Israelite Talk TV, and family, coming back to you guys with another banger. Now, before I get into this message, make sure you guys go check out the more videos that I've been doing on World War III, because here come December, it's gonna be automatic drafts, and all you young niggas, they're gonna be shipping y'all over here to go fight their war. So make sure y'all stand up on the game and not getting lost in this shit. But now, y'all see the thumbnail, y'all see the title. Today, we gotta talk about this Gucci Mane situation and how Gotti used Pooh Shiesty in this failed coup, okay? This failed coup, okay? And how all these people that's coming out saying that Gucci Mane is a snitch need to shut they bitch ass up. This is the first thing. All you niggas that's talking about Gucci Mane is a snitch need to shut y'all bitch ass up. It should be illegal. It should be illegal for these bloggers that ain't never been to jail, never been shot, never dropped none, okay? Don't really know how this shit to really go, to be sitting up here telling, you know, directing the culture and saying this is snitch, this person is snitch, this is like, shut y'all bitch ass up, man. Okay, real deal, okay? Now, and I'm also gonna give Gucci some instructions on what he should do in extorting them over this failed coup, okay? See, what you guys gotta understand, family, is that first it was Young Dolph. Then if they got Young Dolph out the way, the next person that they've been targeting, if y'all ain't been paying attention, is who? Gucci Mane. They trying to say that Gucci Mane is the problem behind all of this shit in Memphis, the shit with Young Dolph and Gotti. But the logic don't make sense if we just take a moment to just understand this. And the famous talking point is that, oh, Gucci Mane mad at Yo Gotti because he fucked his wife, right? Well, it's the same thing with Young Dolph and Gotti. Young Dolph fucked his baby mama, right? Same hotel for 3 weeks. So what's the difference? So we gotta stop getting lost in the sauce with these weak ass talking points, and we gotta understand that Gucci fucked with Dolph. That was his guy. You know what I'm saying? And see, what's really going on, you guys, to understand this is that, see, Young Dolph was a street nigga, right? We know that he was a real street nigga. We know that he got a lot of money out the streets, okay? So he could roam freely through the Memphis streets, unlike Gotti. Gotti not no real street nigga. Gotti got to sneak around and do shit. You don't see him pulling up in Memphis with no, and people say, well, he got all these millions. He don't need to go to Memphis. Well, why rap about this gangster shit, this street shit, if you not about it? You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that these are people that was really street niggas that niggas saw in the streets, and it's easier for them to sign street niggas because they see they work. They see them in the streets getting busy and with the shit. It's the same thing with COUPE, okay? COUPE been stamped for a very long time, and he's had access to any trenches around the whole United States, regardless of where it's at. Niggas gonna fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And so this was nothing more than a plot put together by Gotti and Detective Govan, okay, on trying to X COUPE out by putting together this fake play. Hey, listen, we're gonna use Pooh Shiesty. You go in there, this is what you do. We're gonna hold him at gunpoint, da-da-da-da-da. And then if the nigga say anything, we're gonna destroy his credibility, you know what I'm saying, and make it seem like this nigga's a rat, he da-da-da-da-da. But what's the truth? Is COUPE really a snitch? Guys, it don't even take a whole lot to understand this. When you hear people like Stan G talking about the gangster matrix, the gangster matrix is when a nigga feel like under no circumstances a nigga should call the police, right? Nigga hold me at gunpoint, take my car. I'm a street nigga, right? I got insurance on my vehicle and all this other shit. I might be paying notes on this motherfucker, right? Nigga hold me at gunpoint, take my car and leave. I'm not supposed to call the police? If I am legally able to carry a gun and this gun is registered to me and I get into some shit and I let that gun off, I'm not supposed to call the police? Okay? You got a business. I say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna hire you to come work for my business. I'm gonna pay you $30 an hour, right? Okay, I'm gonna come work for you, woo, 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 woo. After a while, you don't like making the $30. Oh, the company's making millions and millions of dollars. I want out of the contract. I'm gonna hold you at gunpoint and be like, hey man, let me out of here, or sign the title over to me, to the business. Bruh, this is not no street shit. So let's just use a little logical sense. If Gucci go to his lawyer and say he never called the police or did none of this shit, right? If he say to his lawyer, because remember, this ain't street shit. This 17 is a real record label. This is a real business. This is where people checks get cut from, right? I didn't sign that. Well, how did your signature get over there? What do we tell the lawyer? Oh, I was held at gunpoint. You need to call the police and woo, woo, woo. So he had to call the police. You know what I'm saying? That's not no street shit. Y'all act like this nigga was in a drug house somewhere. Nigga kicked the door in, robbed him, stripped him all this shit. Or he was leaving the club. You know what I'm saying? Nigga stripped him down, man, and run this shit. You know what I'm saying? And even then, you still got to call the police if you got insurance on your shit. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Now, in a situation like that, you're not going to identify nobody and say this was the people that robbed me. But if it's on tape or whatever the case may be, if a motherfucker get caught, that's just on them. But you still have to call the police in order to make the report. It's no different than if somebody take your credit card, right? Steal your credit card and go out here and spend and start buying shit and you didn't buy the shit. You got to call the police and make a report and say, no, I didn't do this and that, and go through that point. So all you niggas that's running around and acting like you're not supposed to call the police under no circumstances is madness. And then y'all got to understand that he had undercover police with him, and he had the fucking the photo camera guy, you know what I'm saying? So this goes to show you that they was on some dusty shit. All this money flashing and we having this and that. Bro, this is some dusty shit, bro. He's got to call the fucking police. This is not no street shit, bro. This is real business, bro. Ain't none of these niggas ran into none of these spots and held none of these CEOs at gunpoint and told them, let me out the contract. Finesse 2 times talking all this shit. But he was just on the internet about a month or two crying to Jay Prince them to let him out that contract. Now, I bet you any type of money, if he go down to Houston and try to hold Junior or Jay Prince at gunpoint and sign it, they already know he coming because he been crying and complaining. They gonna kill him, and then they gonna tell the police this is what's going on, bruh. So let's stop with all this theater. You know, most of these people that's talking are documented racks. Finesse 2 time, documented racks. These are people that went out and did shit with people and then turned around and snitched on them, okay? These are rats, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You coming in here trying to force your way out of a contract, bruh. This is legal business, man. And you know how you know this shit is fake and that this was a staged coup? Because let's run the tape.
Today.
Yeah.
Shiesty, he home. He still on the label.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Shiesty, I got big plans for Shiesty, man.
Yeah.
That's who I've been waiting on, Shiesty.
Yeah.
So you know, we finna go up through there now. And Pooh finna come out too, and I got big plans for him too. I got to just execute these
Everything
plans.
right on time.
Bro, it's very exciting times now.
Yeah.
I've been waiting on them, I can't lie.
You can see right here that Guwap already said, like, I got shit lined up for Shiesty. We gonna woo. So if there was a problem with the money or the contract, why he didn't sit down and just say, look, Guwap, you know what I'm saying? I ain't comfortable here. I don't, you know, this and that. This man shit, not whole shit, this man shit. Like, I ain't comfortable with this and that. I ain't like this, or I didn't respect this and that. All this shit, all these talking points that people coming up with, it's just for the birds, bruh. It's for the birds. You know what I'm saying? And then it's funny how they say, oh, Gucci dropped this snitch track, this confession track, when Detective Govan and Seti Nash already told you. See, what y'all gotta understand is that, and I'm gonna break, and listen, you guys, make sure y'all stay tuned. I've been covering this war shit, but I got an update coming on the Big Jig murder. I'm gonna explain to you why Gotti and Detective Govan is all chummy right now. I got a breaking news update coming in the Big Jig murder. Y'all stay tuned. But these guys go do this heist, right? Now think about this. Who was the first people to get the information? Seti Nash and Detective Govan, right? These are the first people to get the information, right? Y'all don't understand that Detective Govan is the biggest snitch in Memphis. Y'all, all these major platforms running around like he beat the Young Dolph case when it came out in court that he entered into a proffer. He's a rat. It's the same thing with Pooh Shiesty. You talking to a real Fed baby, right? I done done state time and Fed time. Anytime you enter into a proffer, because you're giving information on something and you do not want that information to be used against you. You see what I'm saying? So, just like his dad is a documented rat, Pooh Shiesty cooperated with them people too, man. It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. See, the thing about the feds is the feds is clear cut, right? Because this is why they got the sentencing guidelines to keep everything straight across the board so that this person ain't getting a deal over this person like you see in the state. Like in the state, they might be able to work some shit out and be like, okay, but in the feds, it go off a guideline, right? To make it seem like they being fair with everybody. Anytime you start seeing these departures, these 5K ones and all this other shit, motherfuckers is cooperating, okay? The only time cut you getting in the feds is the drug program. I know through COVID, they was using that to help out they rats, the people that, like, if anybody else wouldn't have got that shit, but this is the shit that they put into motion where they can help people get out of jail that's cooperating with the government. But in the feds, it's clear cut, bro. You entered into a profit. You gave them people some information, and it was information you didn't want used against them. So at the end of the day, it's just what it is. So Hernandez Govan has already told y'all, if he saw the tape, the feds got the tape. People keep saying, the lawyers coming out and saying, well, if this happened, the feds don't have to. First off, Gucci Mane now most likely did not call and contact the feds. They called, if it happened in Dallas, they called the Dallas police and made a report about it. When the Dallas police got the information, they know that this guy is just got out the feds. He high profile, so they contacted the feds, and then the feds probably most likely, this is when they picked it up, because he was still on federal papers and on the ankle bracelet, right? This is how slow this nigga is, right? So when the feds pick the case up, they have to do their investigation. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you see sometimes niggas may catch cases, right? They may sit in the county for like 1 or 2 months or 3 months, and then the feds will come pick that shit up. You see what I'm saying? So the feds don't have to come pick this shit up immediately. So that's most likely what happened. They called the police, and once his name got circulated, they knew he was on federal papers. They contacted the feds, and then the feds picked it up. The reason why it took 3 months is because they too got to do their investigation. Now, run the tape.
And he right here trying to get it circulating like he still got the ring.
I'm with you, yo, go, man.
Man, you better go look for that. Man, you better go look for your ring and quick check.
Man,
For real.
go, man.
Save or stop 1 or 2. Ain't no way you got it, nigga. And I stand on it. You ain't got that. And a nigga unscrewed the earrings out your ear.
Now, did you guys hear that? So Detective Govan already told you that the jury was down there in the pawn shop in Memphis. He already told us that way before this shit come out. So you think the feds don't have this information? You don't think they went and got footage from these pawn shops where this shit came in at, and they pawned this shit and went through this whole ordeal? They got all of the information they need. And Pooh Shiesty is not going to be able to get out of this. I don't give a fuck how much money he pays his lawyer, because see, what y'all failing to understand is that he's on federal papers. He was still in the federal halfway house. So whenever you get released from the feds, they tell you you can't be around firearms or ammunition or anything like that, being that he already had a gun case already. So that in itself, fuck the sign and fuck the jury and all of that shit. Just the fact of him being in the presence of guns is a violation of his probation. So he's going back to jail and going to do time for that. Now, everybody else, COUPE, what I would do is I would let Pooh Shiesty that and all these people know, right? This is the tab that y'all got to pay, right? If y'all want any type of cooperation from us, this is what we need, you know, 3-4 mil, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Make Pooh Shiesty pay out his ass. You know what I'm saying? The little bit that he got left, right? Because we know he don't want to go back to jail, and we know that this is a Yo Gotti plot, because they told you when he was sitting in there for the bond hearing, he was shaking like a pair of craps. You know what I'm saying? Doing the stanky leg and shit in there, because he know Yo Gotti them to sent his ass off. And if you think that Govan, Detective Govan, is not going for a higher pay raise, y'all got to be out y'all mind. Look at all the money he spent on that Young Dolph case. He got to get that money back. That's why he blogging and telling and working with them people. Okay, so you tell Pooh Shiesty, hey, listen, man, this the tab. If y'all don't want me, the bodyguard, or the cameraman to show up to court, this is what we need right here. And then when you get out, you still sign to me. You dig what I'm saying? And see, Pooh Shiesty career is over with, you guys, because what you got to understand is that when he get out of jail this time, whatever deal he gonna do to try to get out of this contract with Gucci, whatever money Yo Gotti them gonna pay, they gonna put double on him on what he gonna have to pay. So he might as well just, when he get done with this, just get it wrapping up and go write a book. You might be more successful, make more money writing a book on, you know, this Gucci man situation or whatever the case may be. So COUPE need to go ahead and monetize off of this. And the other thing I want you guys to understand is, let's not get this twisted. It's still pressure behind that situation down there. Okay. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Okay. It's not gonna end in the court and all this other shit. It's still pressure behind that shit. Okay. So let's understand that. At the end of the day, you guys, Pooh Shiesty to me, man, he fake, bro. Because you should have just signed with Yo Gotti from the get-go.
Did Dolph or Gotti reach out since they both from the same area?
Yeah, for sure.
But you never wanted to sign with them, or they just never offered a deal, or it just wasn't the right situation?
Man, it just, like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never wanted to sign to nobody.
That's just my mentality. And you know, in the city, it's like you got to sign to either one of them. You got to be paper out of CMG. So before WAP came out, I'm still Chopper Gang. That's my label. So I wanted to be like, why you can't be signed to Chopper Gang, CMG, or paper route? Then WAP came, boom, perfect sense, you know.
Gotcha.
Man, middle of the night, one day, he texted me on Instagram.
Did you believe it or did you think it was a lie?
I couldn't believe that shit.
How old were you then? Because you're only 20 now, right?
Yeah, I'm 21 now. I was 20.
Okay. Oh, that was last year?
Yeah.
So he just sent you a DM?
Yeah, he texted me, he said, what's up, home? I couldn't believe it. I grabbed my phone, get up. I pushed somebody up on me. I said, hold on, hell no, this shit ain't real. Text him back, I say, what's chopping? He text back. Right then and there, like he was on it. He was waiting on me to text back. He was like, I'm fucking with your music, huh? Who you doing this shit with? I put my clothes on, shoot to Pop's house. Then my manager, I wake his ass. I said, wake up, bro, look. I showed him, he couldn't believe he get the sweat. Man, he said, right then and there though, while I'm showing him, he text back. He said, this my number, FaceTime me. I FaceTime him right there. We was on FaceTime for like 6 hours.
Word.
It was already like 3 in the morning though. He just sitting up, we just on FaceTime. But I'm gonna tell you what song he heard for sure. Mine Slime. Yup. Mine Slime did it for him, and that was the only song he heard. He was like, oh yeah, I need home ASAP. Heard that Mine
So when did you
Slime.
finally meet him in person? Did you fly out to Atlanta or did he come out to Memphis or?
We flew to Atlanta. Yup.
You heard what he said? It was either CMG or paper route or this and that. And then when COUPE called out, come on, bro, you should have just went with CMG, bro. It just don't look good, man, because Pooh Shiesty was clouded enough where he could have easily just went to anywhere and any, major and got paid and got, you know what I'm saying? They would have worked something out with COUPE, you know what I'm saying? And got him out the contract. But I mean, at the end of the day, guys, it's just, once again, they done let Yo Gotti sit him off. And it's just what it is, bro. So all you people running around talking about COUPE, snitch, this and that man had to call the police, bro. And all you super gangsters, come on, bro. We done already seen it. Y'all go out here and commit crimes with y'all homeboys and y'all tell on y'all homeboys. This is not no street shit, bro. You cannot run it somewhere and hold a motherfucker at gunpoint. Even they had to pay Eazy-E when they tried that shit, bro. You don't think they went through the lawyers and did all it? Like, come on, bro. Like, we gotta turn the goofy down just a little bit, bro. So all the people that's saying COUPE snitch, he did not fucking snitch. He did what he had to do, bro. It's these goofy ass niggas that wanted to mix the signing of a contract with the robbing, and then they recorded the shit, and then they put the shit in Detective Govan hand. You know what I'm saying? You don't think the feds got all that shit? Yes, they do. And even Detective Govan came out and told y'all that, yeah, well, you know the undercover police, yeah, he's gotta say something, because he know this. So they sent Pooh Shiesty off, okay? And it's just what it is, bruh. So if we gonna speak on this shit, let's speak on this shit correctly, bro. This ain't no street shit. This ain't COUPE leaving the club and motherfucker get down on them. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Even though a motherfucker come in your crib, you still gotta call the police. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just what it is. The motherfuckers went in the dirt crib. What'd he do? They had to call the police, right? You still gotta call the fucking police, dog. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bruh, we gotta stop with this stupid ass shit with you never are supposed to call the police, and regardless of what situation it is. You call the police, you the rat. Come on, man, shut the fuck up, bro. You know what I'm saying? That man had to do that because he tried to wiggle his way out the contract. So at the end of the day, y'all sending this shit to them stupid ass bloggers that's running around, grifting, and trying to make it seem like, oh man, COUPE, woo. Hell no, bro. That man had to do it. That wasn't no street shit, bro. That wasn't no street shit. Signing off here on Israelite Talk.